Welcome back to the Rich Eisen Show, not just to the radio and television viewing audience, but right now to the man to my right. We just saw a great clip of his new original series, The Witcher, available for streaming on Netflix Friday, December 20th, starring Henry Cavill. Good to see you again, sir.
Good to see you, too.
Now, we just saw you in this, and, you definitely look like you spent a lot in the makeup chair for this series. Am I correct in assuming that?
Yeah, it was 2 hours at least every morning.
Every morning?
Yeah.
For the blonde hair, or is that all it was? Or what is it?
Yeah, for the wig was a big deal, and my skin's super pale as well. And so they have to spend all the time doing that, then dirtying me up afterwards. And there's another look, which you don't see here, but in the show, and that takes 2.5 hours to get ready for.
Okay.
And yeah, it definitely gives you time to learn your lines in the morning.
Oh, so you're not just like strolling Instagram, is what you're saying?
No.
Not the chair.
It's yeah, line learning.
You're a professional, is basically what you're saying.
then I go to Instagram.
Then you go at Henry Cavill, by the way, on Instagram. So why did you choose this role and this show, this series, Henry?
I have been a big fan of the IP for a while now, and I first was introduced to it via the games.
The book series on which this is based.
Yes,
okay.
yes, and
the video game.
Then I learned that there were games, books, and that was written by a guy called Andrew Sepkowski, and the books are absolutely fantastic. Really, really good, dark fantasy, typical fantasy tropes, gnomes, elves, dwarves, all of that kind of stuff. And but it's set in this really grim world where there aren't any good people or bad people. There's just everyone trying to get along. Well, they're not getting along. It's the exact opposite of what they're doing.
Right.
They're all murdering each other and colonialism and xenophobia and everything. But the setting is fantastic. So you have these amazing characters like the guy you saw in there, Geralt, who, despite looking like someone who will kill you in the blink of an eye, he's actually a white knight, and he tries to do the best to protect the innocent that he can.
But you sought this role out. You're the one who...
Absolutely. Yeah.
Why? I mean, you just love the games, love the books?
I love the games. The games are, especially Witcher 3, super immersive. And I don't know if anyone here is a gamer or anything, if everyone's played the games, but super immersive. And when I was playing it, I always thought it'd make a great movie or TV show. And
no kidding.
Yeah. And then I do that a lot with a lot of games and books. And then I heard that Netflix were making it, and I had my agents on the phone every day. Literally every day, I would call them and say, anything yet? Call them again. And we got through eventually, and they said, look, we haven't got a script yet. We've barely got a showrunner, so we can't give you an answer.
But you front-loaded your interest, and
yes.
that's got to help
They knew that I wanted it, for sure.
So I know I might be offending people out there when I say that when I think of gamers, I think of a guy in his sweats, some chips, Fritos, just sitting around.
All things I like: sweats, chips, Fritos.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, not all the time.
Okay, no, I understand. Clearly not.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's how. Give me the gaming. I guess.
Like you want to know what I look like when I'm gaming?
No. What's your gaming man cave look like, essentially?
My gaming. I mean, I live in.
I've never asked it. Just so you understand, I've never asked another human being, what do you look like while you're gaming? I've never done that. I wouldn't. But I'm glad I eventually got to what I wanted to
Maybe
ask.
one of these days I'll send you a photo.
Would you?
Yeah. Please send gaming.
Just FaceTime me, Henry. That's all I'm asking. Just doesn't matter if you're gaming or not.
I'll live stream you.
But what does it look like? I mean, where are you?
I don't have a man cave. I've got a small Muse house in London. What a Muse is, it's like an old stables, and they've been converted into houses over the years.
Okay,
and it's not huge. So my computer desk is in my very small living room.
Right,
and it's just at the end there.
So that's just it.
Nothing.
So
special.
Nothing special. It's just a converted barn, right?
It's not even a converted barn.
It's not.
The stables themselves are all separate houses.
Yeah.
So it's one set of stables.
Yeah. See, this doesn't sound like any gaming experience I've ever heard.
And it doesn't look like a stables either. It's not like sawdust and horses and stuff. Maybe painting the wrong kind of picture. Although if you want to believe that, believe that.
Why not? Just get the hair out of the way. I can't see my controller. So, what else do you game? What else do you play? Anything else?
I play PC games.
Okay.
Rather than console games.
Okay.
But Total War's a big one for me.
Okay.
It's like a strategic world conquest type thing. You know,
Okay.
as one does.
So are you out there like where somebody's just gaming against you? They have no idea that they possibly are in a virtual world with Henry Cavill? Is
World
that
of
possible?
Warcraft? Yeah, but that's the only online game I play for now.
Okay.
That and Overwatch. But yeah.
I mean, those are pretty very popular.
Yeah, those are big ones.
So do you watch some of the professional gaming? Do you ever sit around and do that sort of thing?
I barely have time to play myself these days.
I bet.
And so if I'm watching pro gamers, I'm not wasting gaming
I
time.
have a buddy of mine who owns one of these teams. Okay. Not just
They're a big deal.
they're huge.
Yeah.
I mean, they're beginning to give out scholarship, like
Yeah.
actual academic scholarships.
Absolutely.
At big university, but I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. I mean, it's just, and my friend is like, "Oh, we're close to winning," and I'm like, "Okay, I have no earthly idea." But can you? I know you can follow that sort of stuff, though. Huh?
Depends on the game.
Okay,
But yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I've got Henry Cavill here on the Rich Eisen show. So The Witcher is available again for streaming on Friday, December 20th. So you're in the makeup chair for all this time. And how have you liked what you've seen out of the finished product? Is this what you were looking for?
Absolutely. Well,
Okay.
it's when you're making a TV show, it's always very, very. When you're making an adaptation of books or games,
Yes.
it's always going to be different because games are just books are just a complete different medium. You can have pages and pages of monologue which is describing a character, and in a TV show you can't have that unless you want people to not watch the TV show.
Right.
And as far as I'm aware, that's not the goal. So they've definitely Lauren has brought her own vision. Lauren Hissrich, the showrunner,
Yes.
she's brought her own vision to this, and it is in essence very, very much what the books are portraying, but in a TV format.
Well, I mean, everyone who did Game of Thrones will say that if anybody thinks that you're not staying true to the books, you'll hear about it. I mean, so I'm sure
yeah.
you're kind of prepared for that sort of
Oh,
thing coming
100%.
on. But you can also say, I've gamed it, I've read it, everybody back off. I mean, in a much nicer way than I just said.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. No, it's especially what Lauren's done. She's come onto this and she's been very courageous taking on such a popular IP.
Yes.
And she, as I say, she's brought her own vision to this. In the books, we have 3 major characters, one of which doesn't really get introduced until the second book, and one of which gets introduced at the end of the first book. And otherwise, you're just following Geralt. And Lauren has brought her a far broader lens to this TV show. And we have these 2 fantastic characters, Yennefer and Ciri, who are introduced from the very beginning. And so to draw parallels between the books and the TV show is going to be very, very difficult from the beginning.
Yes.
Because we have 3 major characters from the get-go rather than 1. The essence of everything is the same, and people will recognize certain elements of the books, but this is very much a broader lens version of what the books represent.
Well, the last time you were here, Henry, you were here, we were talking about Mission Impossible Fallout, and you did your own stunts in that? Or
Yes.
Pretty much?
All but one.
All but one. Was that the helicopter?
That was, no, helicopter I did do. That was freezing. But the halo jump, the skydive.
But you wanted to do that.
I want to do it so badly. I was asking from the very beginning, but they said without the right kind of training, you're going to end up, or something's going to happen, and both you and Tom will be dead. And for producers, that's a nightmare.
Well, sure.
It's terrible. I mean, let alone my mother.
Forget what I was about to say. Let alone the whole
She'd
concept
be
of
so
human
disappointed.
life.
Like, you killed Tom Cruise?
But so does your... How dare you do that, Henry? Why do you want to do your own stunts? What's the point?
When it comes to doing stunts, for me, when it comes to embodying a character, I want when the audience are watching, it's about audience immersion.
Yes.
I want them, when they see something fantastic or spectacular, I don't want part of their brain to be saying, that stuntman was really good. Because then that's breaking the immersion in the character. If they know that it's me doing it, in the same way that when you're watching Tom Cruise, you know that it's Tom Cruise doing it.
Right.
You are so fully involved in that, even if you see actors, you are emotionally connected to what they're doing, more so than that little part of your subconscious saying, but that's not them, that's someone else. And stunt performers are amazing, remarkable people, they really are. But I want to have some fun too. So that's why I do it.
What's the crazy... Henry Cavill here on the Rich Eisen Show. What's the craziest thing you've done? Was it that helo?
The craziest thing I've done was probably the helicopter stuff on Mission. That was really crazy. I mean, Tom Cruise his helicopter was so close to mine at points that I was definitely thinking, oh, this is it. I was looking down at the ground thinking,
This is it?
I mean, yeah, genuinely thinking this, if he makes one mistake, if there's a gust of wind and his helicopter gets blown forward or mine back or vice versa, this could end up really, really badly. And he's a great helicopter pilot, and my helicopter pilot was fantastic as well. But I'm sitting in the back.
So he was literally
flying his helicopter. I was in the back of my helicopter.
Yes.
So I was along for the ride. I was just along for the ride,
Yeah.
acting when I realized the cameras were rolling on me, sometimes acting when they weren't. So genuine waste of energy. But
But you're professional.
yeah, but it got to a point where I was looking at the ground thinking, if we do crash, what are my chances of surviving? One, the crash. Helicopter crashes are notoriously difficult to survive, apparently. And two, living in the mountains with hopefully Tom Cruise and my pilot, and making a documentary about it.
Oh, man. So the sword play, you're doing the sword play in The Witcher, right?
Yes.
Was there any close calls on that front? Or
There's always close calls of swordplay, especially in episode 1. There's a particularly technical scene which required a lot of hard work. Wolfgang Stegemann, who was the fight coordinator for episode 1, and his team and I designed this fight to be technical, very, very difficult.
Sure.
And Lucy Cork was the stunt performer who was doubling Emma Appleton. And Lucy and I were going to the very top of our ability and speed, and we definitely took chunks out of each other's hands.
no kidding.
For sure. Yeah, you end up hitting each other quite a bit. It's about not complaining about it, especially when doing it over and over and over again and you're exhausted. And Wolfie is an exceptional professional, and he expects a very, very high standard.
Damn.
And so when he says, okay, let's do another one, then you know another one needs to be done.
Yeah.
But it's minute details which we're
Sure.
adjusting.
Yeah,
And
you
so-
can't stop and ask for Neosporin and a Band-Aid. is
Yeah, I
basically
mean,
what you're
you
saying.
can, but
But it would not be, it'd be somewhat frowned upon.
Yes.
On the set.
in the stunt community.
Now, when you were here last time again for Mission, that scene in the bathroom where you had that fight scene, you said that you shot that over an absurd amount of time, right? That was
It was something like 4 weeks, I think.
Is there anything similar? Obviously, we're talking about a feature film there, and
Yes.
this is was there a couple days or something
We
that
don't have the luxury of time on a TV show.
I bet not,
And
no.
that was right at the end during reshoots as well.
Did I just show my complete lack of knowledge
Not at
between
all.
feature filmmaking that involves
Not
Tom
at all.
Cruise and helicopters flown by Tom Cruise?
I think Tom Cruise may be the major difference in
but
there.
it also this looks beautiful. This show looks
Great.
amazing.
Good.
You know?
Good. That's what we were going for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
but it
good.
took about 2.5 days, maybe 3 days
There you go. That's
to shoot.
That's a
that sword
significant.
fight.
There you
Yeah.
go.
It's hard.
See, it's amazing. I mean, Henry Cavill, you're like you're flying helicopters, you're gaming in not in a barn, but in a remade sort of barn, and then you're swinging swords. That's serious business, man.
Swinging swords is fun.
No, but how heavy
really
is
good
this
fun.
thing? How
It depends on the sword. The real sword is reasonably heavy. Like you wouldn't want to swing it at someone and then
Right.
be required to stop it. And so they do have these lighter weight swords. There's hard rubber and soft rubber. Soft rubber is for very, very close stuff, which if you do hit someone, it's not going to hurt that much.
Right.
The hard rubber, if you do hit someone at full speed, it still hurts a lot.
Right.
But it's not going to take a finger off or break a bone. It'll just break the skin if you're going really fast.
Okay. Well, look, man, it's always great to be in something that you love so much that you wanted it, you asked for it, you lobbied for it, you got it, you made it, and before it even streams for a single second, season 2's already been picked up.
Yeah. We're excited.
You know, and Netflix being international, I mean, the stuff on it is just unbelievable. And the fact that, I mean, everything that's on there right now, and now The Witcher is going to get added on Friday, December 20th. And I imagine you got to hit the gym for season 2 right now, based on everything that's going on.
Yeah, I'll be starting. I mean, I'm kind of starting on tour now a little bit, but then I'll take a break over Christmas, New Year, and then
Right.
starting again properly in January.
Okay.
I've got to have my Christmas.
You know what? I don't see. This is what I think of. Like, you're going to be sitting there, you're going to be gaming, and you're just going to have all that Christmas stuff in front of you, and you're just going to eat it, right? You're going to do that.
Yeah. All the Christmas foods, all
And
the Christmas drinks.
if I did that, see, all I do is I sit on my ass. That's all I do.
Yeah.
You're looking at, but this is what I do. I sit on my ass and I talk. and then I get up.
But boy, can you talk.
You know what, Henry? I appreciate you saying that. You know, it takes a lot, about 2.5 hours in the chair. But that's what I do every day, about 2.5, 3 hours in the chair. But and then I go work out, and then I do it again. You know, just keep going on and on and on.
Oh man,
You know,
nice.
Thanks.
I could listen to you.
Should I complain about? All right. Yeah, I've been playing tennis lately.
Okay.
And my left foot is killing me.
Right.
Plantar fasciitis.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Sounds bad.
You know what?
I don't know what it is.
You know what? I try not to complain about it,
Mm-hmm.
and I try not to talk about it, but I always want to just eventually just get it out there with everybody.
What is it?
Well, what it is it's the bottom of your foot has something, you know, you're straining it in a way,
Yep.
and your heel just kills you,
Okay.
especially after you're sitting around for a long time.
Oh,
Telling you about it.
interesting.
Yeah. I got to get up and about. I got to do more sword play in my work.
Yes. Solution for everything.
You know
Swordplay.
what? It's all in The Witcher. It's all in The Witcher, streaming on Friday, December 20th. I really appreciate when you stop by here.
Thank you very much.
It's been a lot of fun. This time, you always have a home here whenever you want to promote anything or not.
appreciate that.
Certainly, if you want to, you know, game a little bit, we can do that too.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe
There you go.
next
The
time.
gamer, Henry Cavill, The Witcher, a game, a book series, and now streaming Friday, December 20th on Netflix.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download The Rich Eisen Show app.